And then this is just like a utility. Oh, by the way, when we came here, someone left this mini fridge and I was laughing at first, but now I'm like, this thing's freaking cool. It's hilarious, right? It's Hello Kitty, I think it's Hello Kitty. I don't know. And I think she's giving the finger to us. I'm not really sure. Or she's like sucking on it. I don't know, but it's hilarious. And I'm gonna keep this forever because I think this would honestly be funny, like in the background here. I don't know. Weird, but funny. I mean, if you like comedy, that's a pretty funny thing to question. Like, why does he have that? All right, making some progress. I'm sweating. I have the air conditioning on and it's still sweating. Okay. All right, things that don't need to happen right away. I want to just make some good progress here. I want to lay the bricks, the foundations here. Is little things. It's dark over here, as you can see. It's dark. I mean, these are like super bright LED, like lights I will never have on, right? So you know, even with that, it looks pretty dark in here. So this should probably get painted. Not a priority. It isn't, the paint isn't keeping me from creating content. I am. So I'm going to leave this alone for now. It's a good starting point. It's a good contrasting color. I will learn how to best light this area, and that will be a nice learning experience for me in terms of practical lights and like, you know, key lights and fill lights. So we're going to leave that alone. That said, I'm wondering if maybe this large picture, this is from IKEA, it was like $50. It's New York City in like the 60s. Here we go. Is that better? Pretty cool. From a helicopter or maybe a plane back then. Anyway, I'm wondering if I move it, because it's huge, it's got to be like, I don't know, 2.5 feet by 4 feet. I'm sure there's a real dimension there. Over to this wall, because I'm guessing that, sorry, going back here, that I was thinking of having this desk on an angle so that leading lines kind of bring you in. But I have a wall right here and I can't really put a lot of, my hands are gross. You can't really put a lot of, like, I can't put a light over, I can't put a key light on this side. It has to be on this side, over here somewhere, which is right here. So I got to put that like right here facing this way, but then I don't really have a fill light. It really limits me, and I think right now I'm looking for frictionless. So I think what I'm going to do is move this desk out into the middle of the room, which is just weird for this room. I'm sure I'm going to get some shit from this from my business partner and our employees, but it's fine. I'm going to move this over to here facing this way, and let me move back. It's like Tetris in here. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I'm going to move that desk into the middle facing this way. And then that way I got room on this side, I got room on that side, and the stuff in the background actually gets further away. Yes, I'll have some practicals, etc., but I do want to have a little bit of a separation between subject and background. So the further I can separate that, I think the better. Hopefully, we'll find out. But if I do that, then I can put a light on this side, probably the key light, and then a fill light on this side, or reverse it, because if the key light is here with the strongest light going that way, maybe this white wall will actually act as like a reflector a bit and give me some soft bounce back onto my face or whatever the subject is. So that's kind of that. So the way I'm looking at this is I just have a desk here. It's a butcher block desk with some legs. I don't know what to do with it. It'll just kind of be like my utility desk. This is just shelving. I'm going to put all of these brewing books on here, which will take up one shelf. So I could put some other stuff on here, probably some camera stuff. This will just kind of be like an area where I can work comfortably, not at a desk, but also maybe shoot some stuff from here. Maybe I can do like top downs on this, etc. I don't know. I was trying to make use of this and have a nice background for the shots over here. This is also just a little shelves that I don't know what to do with, and it's short. I got this on Marketplace for cheap, but when I went and picked it up, I mean, this is like 4 feet tall. Like my head is up here. It's wild. So I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to like put it on like, on boxes and raise it. I don't really care that much. So I think that's actually pretty good. I can leave it there and it'll do something, and I'll clean it up, obviously. Like I said, maybe this goes over here. I do need to get some photos, so maybe I'll take one of my own photos and blow it up, put it over here. Over here, like I showed you before, or a utility chest. This was from Harbor Freight. Pretty cheap compared to the ones at like Home Depot and Lowe's. I love it. Problem is the clashing blue on blue. This came in like red and silver. I wish I got silver. That would have been cool. I just figured with the handles, silver on silver. Anyway, I have that. That also has like a pretty nice butcher block top to it. So I can use that for like top downs or other shots. So it's just kind of like out of the way right now with the potential, you know, if I'm over here, maybe like a shot this way, it could be like in it. I don't know. It's clashy though. So I don't know. I got this Sweets barrel from the distillery that went defunct. So I just want to use that as like a prop somewhere, and maybe like, you know, not an ottoman, but like a, you know, what is it, like a table, a couch side table, whatever you call those things. So that's that. So this is just a bright white wall. I do have this, which connects to these. And then I have like the chains and everything, the Vera drives. So I could set up a backdrop here with at least one color, like a green screen, or maybe I want to do like a matte black, something. And I need a good spot for that. I was debating doing it here, but then that created a problem of like, all right, well, if that is there, then how does the rest of the room kind of Tetris into place? So I'm trying to find the optimal place for everything. So that might be a good spot to do a drop background, or I could use this wall here and do it. And this wall is already kind of pink and gross, so I don't mind covering that up. I don't want to paint anymore, so maybe I could do it there and have it come down, and then I'm just setting up my camera and lights, which are already over here, just kind of redirecting them to here. That might be the move. My only concern is the floodlights, so I might have to try to move that out, but I don't know. I have no idea. There's nothing over here. This is just an easy up. So maybe that's better, and then maybe I just paint this wall and call it a day. I don't know. All right, let's keep moving. So I have a desk set up with a pretty far background, which will give a nice blur. I have a cool little kind of sitting area back there. This will all get worked out and cleaned up. Idea being, one, is this too dark? Should I make that like, I don't know, like a mid-tone gray? Or leave it alone. With these couches being the color they are, I wish they were a little bit of a lighter tan, but I'm not complaining. But with that color, I wonder if the wall should be a little bit more bright and contrasty. So that might be the move. But if that is a gray wall, maybe that would look cool, being also a form of gray. So it's kind of like just two-toned. Maybe not, I don't know. But two, do we move that to here, or do I get another photo here? But I think that photo and that look all depends on the color of the wall. But for now, I can move that over to there, which I might. I think there's already a screw up there. Two, I think I'm going to move this blue thing out, because now this wall for now is free. So I can move that out to the middle here and just have it as a centerpiece. And then that can just kind of shove back a little bit so it fills that little void there. I got some stuff up here on that windowsill, which I'll clean off. Just to show you, these are the windows. So this is like a 1-inch cardboard. We can put the camera in there. See that? Yeah, so this was to keep natural light out. I'll fix that. While also bouncing sun rays back out, keeping it cooler in here. And it's an inch thick of styrofoam, so it helps with insulation for the single pane window in the winter. So anyway, I got a windowsill here. I don't really want to use it. I don't need to use it, but it's there. Anyway, okay, so with this, I've now moved my key light over to here, pretty much up against the wall, floor to ceiling on this Varipole. I can move this around, you know, to adjust it to get it where it needs to be, but the idea being it's here. The great thing is there's a plug right there. Fantastic. So I can clean this up nice and clean. I have a C-stand right here, which I've collapsed. So It's kind of out of the way, you know, like when you come in, it's not in the way. You're not going to trip on this, just go straight. So we have a nice clean entrance here. And then over on this side, I have this table, which is low enough that I can even slide it underneath this counter, but use it when as needed and slide it out, because this will be kind of like my staging or utility desk for work and for everything else. I have another Varipole here, floor to ceiling, with a separate light. This would be like a fill light. I just put it over here as a placement so that it's filling this side. So that'll be interesting because it's also way out of the way. This is pretty much against the wall. This isn't big at all. This is super skinny. I mean, look at this. So, you know, this is a nice kind of inconspicuous location for it. I have this huge shelving unit, but I don't need to keep it in here. I can move it. It's basically like a Costco, you know, garage shelf, so I didn't really want to throw it in here. I think that one's a little nicer. It's wood. So this is really kind of just to have something if I need it, but also to fill with stuff. So if I don't need it, I'll get rid of it, and that'll just kind of give a little more room. So there's plenty of room. I can easily walk in here, and then this is this way. So I kind of like it. I think for a space that I have at my fingertips, this could turn into something pretty cool. So these are, you know, the initial stages. I'll use that C-stand over there for like top downs like this, you know, like, yeah. I think I've done already, so that'll be cool. So that's good, because I could also be working here and I can see our security cameras that are all around the building. So like if someone were to pull up, if someone were to show up, etc., you know, I can stop and help. I could go do stuff. If someone comes here, I can go and address that. And then our work actually gets done in that room. That's like the admin for the brewery. So yeah, and then we got a water jug there, and then this goes into the warehouse. This goes outside to the parking lot where my car is. And then this is just like a utility. Oh, by the way, when we came here, someone left this mini fridge, and I was laughing at first, but now I'm like, this thing's freaking cool. It's hilarious, right? It's Hello Kitty. I think it's Hello Kitty. I don't know. And I think she's giving the finger to us. I'm not really sure. Or she's like sucking on her. I don't know. But it's hilarious. And I'm going to keep this forever because I think this would honestly be funny, like in the background here. I don't know. Weird, but funny. I mean, if you like comedy, that's a pretty funny thing to question. Like, why does he have that? I didn't buy it. It came with this fucking this place. And then, you know, here's storage. So this is just the utility room. You need to clean this up, get this out of the way. Okay, this is a ramble. All right.